y'all, Sai here! I messed up my favorite Bible by attempting to put my name on it with the laser. It didn't work, so I put a patch over it, but that came off and it looks bad. So I have an idea. Okay, not sure if this is gonna work or not, but I'm willing to try it. My idea is to put some wood on the front. I've seen wooden Bible and book covers, so I thought I would try something like that. I had a thin strip of Purple Heart, and I resawed it on the bandsaw to make 2 thin strips. And then I headed over to the drum sander to see if I could sand those smooth. Aw, Wally. He was up in the shop with me most of the day. Okay, let's see how low can we go here. I don't know. Might work. Let's try it. And it worked. I was happy it sanded down to this thinness. It was like 1/8 of an inch when I got this done. Once I had those all ready to use, I didn't like the purple wood on the purple Bible. I love my purple Bible, and I call it the purple Bible because it's purple. The version is called The Scriptures 2009, and it's from the Institute of Scripture Research. Anyway, it's purple. And so I figured, well, I could use Purple Heart. And I thought, Purple Heart on the purple Bible, perfect! But when you look at the purple of the wood of the Purple Heart compared to the 2 purples of the Bible, it just didn't look right. So it didn't even make the Purple Heart look purple anymore. So I thought, well, let's use a different wood. And so I went looking through my stash to see what I could find. So I had another strip of wood. I'm guessing this is a piece of coco bolo. I thinned that down and then started marking to follow that curve between the darker and lighter purples on the Bible. I used the little bandsaw. I tried using my scroll saw, but the super thin wood would catch on the blade too much, causing that chattering thing that can happen. But the bandsaw worked perfectly. I started marking each piece and then cutting them to follow that curve. And then I thought there has to be a better way to do this. Since I only had so much of this coco bolo, I cut it into lengths to follow that dark purple half, trying not to waste any of it, but I did run out. So I ended up using 2 little strips with the Purple Heart, and I thought it looked just fine alongside with the coco bolo. I remember that I had this one tool-like thing that I got a while back, and I thought maybe I could use that. So I sanded the ends that would sit along the joint of the cover of the spine, and I laid them out and lined them up. Then I got that tool thing, and it is called an adjustable contour gauge, and I adjusted it so it would follow the curve between the purples. My gauge isn't very wide, so I had to measure twice to get the entire curve measured. And I used the edge of the Bible as a guide and also measured the entire length of the Bible to make sure my 2 measurements fit within that length, so that it wasn't elongated or too short. Then I cut along that line with some scissors and checked it with the curve, and it looked to be right on. So I put that curve on my wood lineup and I marked the curve. Then cut each of them where I marked on the little bandsaw. Yay! Then I sanded them, including sanding off the fuzzies. Then I started gluing them in place. I used 5-minute epoxy glue. Then I thought I should put my name on the bottom piece, so I set up the laser to do that real quick, and Wally again walking through. Hi, Wally. And while that burned, I glued a few more pieces on, and then I grabbed that one off the laser and glued it on. At this point, the epoxy glue was setting up, so for those last 3 pieces, I just picked them up and I globbed the rest of the glue and put it right onto the Bible cover. Then I placed those 3 remaining pieces. Then to apply pressure, I sandwiched the cover between 2 boards and put a weight on it. And after a little bit, I checked it out. I could open the Bible just fine and it didn't feel stiff or anything, so yay! Then I sanded a bit more, and especially along the curved edge. And I put on some Old Masters Polygel, wiping it on and then wiping it off until it was dry. And I think it looks pretty neat. Yay! Okay, that looks much better. Woo! I was hoping it would work. I think it works. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Thanks for joining me, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye!